It was a domino effect of chaos along I-70 today. A semi-truck leaking hydrochloric acid, another semi tipped over spilling fuel. And as drivers work to get around those closures, more semis stuck on a different route. Thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 6. I'm Jessica Porter.
I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're with us. So let's map this out for you. Colorado State Patrol tells us it all started at the intersection of I-70 and Highway 40, where a semi began leaking hydrochloric acid. Semi drivers looking to avoid that closure then got stuck on nearby roads, including Grapevine Road and Lariat Loop Road, both of which CSP says are not safe for semis. Well, these roads have reopened, and now we're working to learn why this happened and how to prevent it going forward.
Denver 7 learned CSP made the call to close I-70 for a 2-mile stretch near Morrison because they were concerned about the hydrochloric acid leaking from a semi and how dangerous it could potentially be. Hazmat teams were brought out to help determine that. CSP telling us these closures were made out of a precaution. Still, they caused headaches for semi-truck drivers and travelers.
Lines and lines of traffic, endless sea of traffic. And then finding out there was a acid spill on I-70 and a truck that had turned over. You just have to make alternative plans.
The Denver 7 crew at the scene spoke with a truck driver who said he wasn't surprised to hear about the problems on US 40. He said this is a tough drive even for the most experienced drivers.
I was curious if the situation on I-70 and US 40 could have been communicated better so there were fewer impacts to drivers. So we took that question to Denver 7 traffic expert Jason Luber.
Joining us now for more on this is our own traffic anchor, Jason Luber. Thank you so much for joining us, Jason.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Well, Jason, it was chaos this morning on I-70. Drivers were confused. I think a lot of people want to know, are there enough alternative routes on I-70 when an accident or an incident happens like this?
Well, no, it's not supposed to be, it's not designed to be that way. When you look at I-70 up there, especially in the foothills, there's not a lot of roads to get you around. I-70 obviously is a major interstate, 3 lanes up there. Let me zoom into this area right here. And what happened was where I-70 was closed between basically the mouth of the foothills right here in Morrison up towards Lookout Mountain, there's only 2 good ways, not even really great ways to get out of it. One is Highway 40 that runs right next to I-70. However, that was closed. Or you'd have to go farther away from I-70. One of the problems in this situation was they were diverting traffic onto Grapevine Road, which goes right here down towards Idledale, a little town off of Highway 74. And let me zoom into this road. Imagine a semi trying to go down this road right here. That is not designed for semis, not like I-70. And so this is one of the problems where CDOT or the State Patrol or whomever is making the decisions of where to close down these roads. They should be thinking about where these drivers are going to try to get to and what kind of roads they're going to be using.
Are there solutions here that could, decrease the number of incidents on I-70, or is this just something Coloradans need to live with?
It would be really helpful for either CDOT, State Patrol, local law enforcement to think about where you are going to divert these cars, these drivers, and help them get through there. How many times have I seen where you have a closure of a highway? Let's say they're just using the off and on ramps around a highway. They could put officers up there at these roadways and help direct traffic, because obviously a lot more traffic is on the interstates than there are on these side streets. So if that could be a plan of action in the future, I think it would be a good solution to help move traffic better in situations where you have a closure of an interstate, major roadway, whatever the case may be.
Hopefully we can come up with something in the future. Jason Luber for us, we appreciate your time. Thank you.